Stop exactly what you are doing right now. Don't move. Just listen to me. Before you scroll past, I want you to take a mental inventory of your spine. Specifically, that 3-inch section right above your hips, the lower back. When you woke up this morning, before the sun even came up, what was the first thing you felt? Was it a sense of deep, restorative rest? Or was it that familiar, tightening grip of fear? For millions of people watching this right now, the morning is the scariest part of the day. You wake up, you open your eyes, and for a split second, you forget. You feel normal, but then you try to roll over. You try to swing your legs out of bed, and suddenly, it hits you. That deep, locking stiffness. That sensation that your spine has fused into a solid block of cement overnight. In this video, I am going to dismantle everything you think you know about that pain. I am going to prove to you why the standard advice you have been following, things like stretching, touching your toes, or doing sit-ups, is not only failing you, but is actively accelerating the degeneration of your discs. You are going to learn the biological reason why your spine is actually more dangerous in the morning than at any other time of day, and why a simple movement you do without thinking could be the reason you are still in pain. But more importantly, I am going to hand you the solution. By the end of this video, you will have mastered a specific 3-step bed routine that requires zero equipment and zero gym membership. You will learn how to decompress your spine, rehydrate your discs, and activate your dormant stabilizers all while you are still lying on your mattress. The benefit isn't just less pain. The benefit is getting your life back. It is putting on your socks without holding your breath. It is standing at the sink to brush your teeth without leaning on the counter. It is walking out of your bedroom standing taller than you have in years. This is a rescue mission for your lower back. Lay back, get comfortable, and let's fix your spine. To fix this, you have to understand the machine you are operating. I want you to visualize your spine for a moment. Most people think of the spine as a stack of bones, like a column of bricks, but that is not accurate. Your spine is more like a ship's mast. It is held up by tension wires, which are your muscles, and cushioned by shock absorbers, which are your discs. These discs are the heroes of the story, but they are also the victims. Imagine a jelly donut. You have the dough on the outside, which is tough and fibrous, and you have the jelly on the inside, which is fluid and movable. This is exactly how your spinal discs are designed. You have a tough outer ring called the annulus, and a jelly center called the nucleus. When you are young, that jelly is plump. It is full of water. It pushes against the walls of the donut and keeps the bones apart. It allows you to twist, jump, and bend without pain. But here is the tragedy of the modern lifestyle, and frankly, the tragedy of aging. Over time, that jelly starts to dry out. It loses water. It begins to shrink. And when the jelly shrinks, the bones get closer together. The space for your nerves gets smaller. And the walls of the donut, that tough outer ring, start to crack. Now, think about what happens when you sleep. You lay horizontal for 7 or 8 hours. During this time, something miraculous happens. Because gravity is removed, your discs suck up water like a sponge. They rehydrate, they swell up. When you wake up in the morning, your discs are actually bigger, taller, and fuller than they are at any other time of day. This sounds like a good thing, right? It is a good thing, but it is also a dangerous thing. Because your discs are full of fluid, they are under incredibly high hydrostatic pressure. Think of a water balloon that is filled to the bursting point. If you squeeze it gently, it's fine, but if you stomp on it, it pops. When you wake up, your discs are that overfilled water balloon. This is why the standard advice of pulling your knees to your chest or touching your toes first thing in the morning is catastrophic. When you bend forward, which we call flexion, you are stomping on the front of the water balloon. You are creating massive hydraulic pressure that pushes that jelly backward, right into the sensitive nerve roots that travel down your legs. That is the shooting pain. That is the sciatica. That is the catch you feel. You are literally squeezing the jelly out of the donut because you are bending a pressurized system before it is ready. We have to stop the flexion. We have to stop bending forward before we have stabilized the spine. We need a new protocol. We need to prepare the ship for the storm before we raise the sails. We are going to use the bed to our advantage. The bed provides a stable, flat surface where we can manipulate gravity and use it to heal us, rather than hurt us. The routine I am about to teach you consists of 3 specific movements. They must be done in this exact order. Order matters. You cannot build the roof of the house before you pour the foundation. Step 1 is decompression. Step 2 is extension. Step 3 is activation. Let's start with step 1, the morning decompression. I want you to picture this. You have just opened your eyes. You are still lying on your back. Do not sit up yet. Do not reach for your phone on the nightstand. Stay flat. The first thing we need to do is create space. We need to manually lengthen the spine to allow that fluid in your discs to settle evenly, rather than being trapped in one spot. I want you to remove your pillow. Throw it on the floor or push it to the side. Lay completely flat. Now, I want you to slowly reach your arms up over your head, resting them on the mattress behind you. At the same time, I want you to point your toes and reach your legs as far down the bed as possible. Imagine you are being pulled apart by 2 gentle ropes. One rope is pulling your wrists towards the headboard. The other rope is pulling your ankles towards the foot of the bed. But here is the secret sauce. It is not just about stretching. It is about breathing. I want you to take a massive, deep breath in through your nose. Fill your belly with air. As you inhale, reach further. Feel your ribcage expand. Feel your lower back lift slightly off the mattress. Hold that breath for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Now, exhale through your mouth like you are blowing out 100 candles. As you exhale, let your body sink heavy into the mattress. We are going to do this 5 times. Inhale and reach. Stretch the fascia. Elongate the spine. Open up the vertebrae. Exhale and sink. What this does is create a vacuum effect inside the disc. It gently pulls the vertebrae apart, encouraging the jelly to center itself. It releases the tight fascia of the latissimus dorsi muscles, which connect your arms to your lower back. Most people don't realize that tight shoulders cause back pain. This movement fixes both. Step 2 is the Sphinx reset. Now that we have created space, we need to guide the jelly into the safest position. Remember, most of us spend our day sitting. We sit at breakfast. We sit in the car. We sit at work. We sit on the couch. Sitting puts your spine in flexion. It bends it forward. This pushes the disc material backward, towards the nerves. We need to do the opposite. We need to push the material forward, away from the nerves. This is called extension. I want you to slowly roll over onto your stomach. Take your time. Move like you are moving through water. Once you are on your stomach, I want you to place your elbows underneath your shoulders. Your forearms should be flat on the mattress, like the Sphinx statues in Egypt. Gently press your hips down into the mattress and lift your chest up. Keep your chin tucked slightly. Do not crane your neck to look at the ceiling. Look straight ahead or slightly down. Now, listen to me carefully. You are not trying to do a push-up. You are not trying to crank your back into a painful arch. You should feel a gentle pressure in the lower back. It might feel like a dull ache. That is okay. That is the good hurt. That is the feeling of the disc material moving back to the center of the donut. If you feel sharp, stabbing pain down your leg, stop immediately and lower yourself. But for most of you, this will feel like a relief you haven't felt in years. I want you to hold the Sphinx position for 30 seconds. While you are there, breathe. With every exhale, let your hips melt deeper into the mattress. Imagine your lower back is made of wax and it is softening under a warm light. This position counters the 8 hours you just spent curled up in a fetal position. It resets the natural curve of your lumbar spine. It tells your back that it is safe to extend, and it is safe to stand up. Step 3 is the glute bridge activation. We have decompressed. We have reset the disc. Now, we must lock it in place. We need to turn on the security system. The security system for your lower back is not your abs. It is not your core in the way you think of it. It is your glutes, your butt muscles. Your glutes are the largest, strongest muscles in the human body. They are the engine of your walk. But for 90% of seniors, the glutes are dead. They have forgotten how to work. Doctors call this gluteal amnesia. When your glutes don't work, your lower back has to do their job. Your lower back was never designed to lift your body weight. It was designed to stabilize it. When the back does the glutes job, it burns out, it spasms, it fails. We need to wake up the glutes before you stand up. Roll back over onto your back. Bend your knees so your feet are flat on the mattress, about hip width apart. I want you to keep your arms flat by your sides. Now, before you lift anything, I want you to perform a posterior pelvic tilt. Imagine there is a grape under the small of your back. I want you to crush that grape into the mattress by tightening your stomach muscles. Your lower back should be flat against the bed. Now, keeping that grape crushed, I want you to squeeze your butt cheeks as hard as you can. Drive your heels into the mattress and lift your hips up toward the ceiling. You do not need to go high. This is not a yoga contest. You only need to lift until your body forms a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Here is the critical error most people make. They lift with their back. They arch their spine to get higher. Stop that. I want you to lift with your hips. At the top of the movement, I want you to squeeze your glutes so hard they cramp. Poke your butt with your hand. Is it rock hard? It should be. If it is soft, you are using your back. Drop down and try again. Drive through the heels. Squeeze the juice out of the orange between your cheeks. Hold the top for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower slowly. We are going to do 10 repetitions. Lift, squeeze, hold, lower. By the time you finish the 10th rep, you should feel a burning sensation in your hips. That burn is the best feeling in the world. That burn means your stabilizers are online. It means your back is no longer alone in the fight against gravity. Now, you have completed the physical routine, but we are not done, because there is a chemical component to back pain that nobody talks about. Remember the water balloon analogy. Remember how I said your discs need water to survive. You just spent 8 hours sleeping. You haven't had a sip of water in 8 hours. You are dehydrated. Your discs are desperate for fluid. The moment you stand up out of bed, after doing these exercises, I want you to walk directly to the kitchen. Do not check your email. Do not turn on the TV. I want you to drink 12 to 16 ounces of water immediately. Think of this water as the oil for your engine. If you try to drive a car with no oil, the pistons seize up. If you try to move a spine with dehydrated discs, the vertebrae seize up. Hydration is not just about thirst. It is about mechanical lubrication. If you are chronically dehydrated, which most seniors are, your discs become brittle. They lose their height. They cannot absorb shock. Drink the water. It is the cheapest, most effective medicine you can take for your back. I want to address the fear one more time. I know what it feels like to be afraid of your own body. I know what it feels like to cancel plans, because you aren't sure if your back can handle the car ride. This fear creates a prison. When you are afraid, you tense up, you brace your muscles, you walk stiffly. This guarding behavior actually causes more pain. It sends a signal to your brain that says we are in danger. So your brain sends more pain signals to stop you from moving. It is a trap. By doing this bed routine, you are breaking the trap. You are sending a new signal to your brain. When you decompress, you say I am safe. When you extend in the Sphinx pose, you say I am flexible. When you activate the glutes, you say I am strong. You are rewriting the neural pathways that have kept you in pain for years. You are taking control back from the fear. Let's go a little deeper into the why, because I know some of you are skeptics. You have tried everything. You have tried the heating pads, the icy hot patches, the inversion tables. You have a closet full of gadgets that promise to fix your back and are now gathering dust. Why is this different? Because those gadgets treat the symptom. They treat the pain. This routine treats the source. The source of morning back pain is almost always a combination of 3 things. First, disc hydration pressure, which is that water balloon effect we talked about. Second, flexion intolerance, which is the result of curling up while sleeping. And third, muscular dormancy, which is your glutes being asleep. Most treatments miss all three. Chiropractic adjustments can feel good, but they don't wake up your glutes. Massage feels great, but it doesn't recenter the disc fluid. Painkillers mask the signal, but they don't change the mechanics. This is about mechanics. Think of your car. If your wheels are out of alignment, you can buy new tires every month, and they will keep wearing out unevenly. You have to align the wheels. The bed routine is your daily alignment. Let's talk about the Sphinx pose again, because I often get questions about this. Some people say, but my doctor told me not to arch my back. There is a condition called stenosis, which is a narrowing of the spinal canal. If you have diagnosed stenosis, bending backward can pinch the nerves. However, for the vast majority of people, those with disc bulges, herniations, or general mechanical back pain, extension is the cure, not the poison. How do you know which one you are? Listen to your body. When you go into the Sphinx pose, does the pain in your leg get better or worse? If the pain in your leg travels up towards your back, meaning it leaves the calf, leaves the hamstring, and centers in the lower back, that is called centralization. That is the holy grail. If the pain centralizes, it means the disc is healing. Keep doing it. If the pain travels down the leg, if it gets worse in your foot, stop. You might have stenosis. In that case, skip the Sphinx and focus double on the glute bridges. And let's talk about the glute bridge again. I cannot stress this enough. The modern world is a glute-killing machine. Chairs are the enemy of the glute. When you sit, your hip flexors, the muscles on the front of your hip, get short and tight. When the front is tight, the back, the glutes, get stretched and weak. It's called reciprocal inhibition. Basically, your brain turns off your butt because your hips are too tight. When you do the glute bridge in bed, you are fighting the chair. You are opening the hips and shortening the glutes. You are reversing the damage of the 8 hours you spent sitting yesterday. This is why doing it before you start your day is so powerful. You are priming the muscles to work correctly before you even take a step. If you walk with dead glutes, your back takes the hit. If you walk with active glutes, your back gets a free ride. We want the back to have a free ride. I want you to think about your back pain as a fire alarm. The noise is annoying. It stops you from thinking. It ruins your day. But the alarm is not the fire. The fire is the mechanical dysfunction. Taking painkillers is like pulling the batteries out of the alarm. The noise stops, but the fire is still burning the house down. These exercises put out the fire. But listen, the lower back is part of a chain. It is the middle link. We just fixed the stabilizers. But if your hips are tight, or if your sleeping position is wrong, you are constantly fighting an uphill battle. If you are doing this morning routine but sleeping like a pretzel, you are undoing all your hard work. Let's talk about sleep positions. If you sleep on your side, you likely let your top leg drag across your body onto the mattress. This twists your lower back all night long. It wrings out your spine like a wet towel. The fix is simple. Put a thick pillow between your knees. This keeps your hips stacked and your spine neutral. If you sleep on your back, your legs are straight out. This pulls on your hip flexors, which pulls on your lumbar spine, creating an arch that stays tight all night. The fix is also simple. Put a pillow underneath your knees. This unlocks the tension in the hamstrings and hips, allowing your lower back to flatten and rest. And one last tip for the road. When you finally do stand up, after the water, after the exercises, how do you put your socks on? Do you bend over at the waist like a construction crane? Stop that. Bring your foot up to you. Sit on the chair. Cross your leg over your knee in a figure 4 position and put your sock on, or lie on your back and bring your knee to your chest. Do not bend your spine to reach the floor in the morning. Keep the spine neutral. Keep the ship's mast straight. Protect the jelly donut. You have the knowledge now. Knowledge is potential power, but it is only real power if you apply it. Don't just watch this video and nod your head. Commit to it. Tell yourself right now that tomorrow morning you are doing the bed routine. Write it on a sticky note and put it on your alarm clock. Reach, Sphinx, bridge. Your future self, The one who is walking pain-free, playing with the grandkids, and enjoying life, is waiting for you to make that commitment. Do not let them down. Your spine is resilient. It is designed to last a lifetime. It does not have an expiration date. It just needs the right maintenance. Stop treating it like it's broken. Start treating it like it needs to be oiled and primed. So, here is your homework. Tomorrow morning, the alarm goes off. Do not jump out of bed. Give yourself 3 minutes. Reach and decompress. Row and extend. Bridge and activate. Do it for 7 days in a row. I promise you, the difference will not be subtle. You will notice that you can put your socks on without holding your breath. You will notice that you can stand at the sink and brush your teeth without leaning on the counter. You will notice that the morning heaviness is gone. Take care of your spine, and it will take care of you. And Dr. Leo Nasher, I'm rooting for you. I believe in your body's ability to heal. Now, go drink some water.